Hey guys, Sublord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe 1987 live action movie. Oh jeez, fan channel exclusive, Beastman. That said, this of course brought to us by fine folks over at Mattel. And of course I picked mine up from Big the Bad Toy Store, where I get a lot of my stuff. Because the stores suck, quite frankly. Sometimes. My Target and the bigger Walmart, we'll say, have been coming through, but BBTS almost always comes through. And in this case they did, because this figure's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Better than it deserves to be honest with you, because y'all know what I think of the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. I think it's hot garbage. The hottest of hot garbage. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think Conan the Barbarian or Star Wars is way better, but that's just me. That said, before I get too far out of myself with side tangents and rants, why don't we cut right to the chase and take a look-see at all Beastman has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a pair of open hands. Because why not? Would have been nice if it came with claws, but whatever. And then we have this little sword here. Because, you know, Beastman's known for using a sword, right? Not a whip, or a club, or a morning star, or anything like that. I mean, seriously, who the heck? A, designed this version of Beastman, and B, equipped him with his weapons. Like, what the f*** am I watching? But there you go. It comes with a sword, and there is actually a place to put it on his side here. Right there, that little loop-de-loop. You do loop-de-loop. But, taking a closer look at Beastman, what a cool-looking figure for a version of the character that is absolute crap. Like, he looks nothing. He looks like Grizzlord. Why didn't they just call him Grizzlord? Like, really? Either way, as far as his articulation goes, you could probably tell that his head's going to be hindered. A little hindered there because of all of his hair. Plastic hair, mind you, but hair nonetheless. But he can shift up and down. He can tilt a little bit. He can lean forward and back a bit. Does have the waist twist in there. Shoulders will go out to the side. The pauldrons are connected to the chest piece. They will rotate forward and back. And surprisingly, he does not have the Grizzlord arms. He's got brand new arms with single jointed elbows. So you get about 90 degrees out of that, which is fair. But you also get that rotation that old snout spout had. And thankfully on this guy, pegs are pretty tight, but pretty thick. So I'm not worried about this guy breaking. So I'm just going to leave those alone. He does have a swivel in the wrist, but as you can see, he's got the kind of pointed pegs. He doesn't have like circular pegs. Much like the Turtles of Grayskull, the bigger characters, or the Andre the Giants from the wrestling stuff, they have pegs like that for their wrists. So I'm not sure if this is where Mattel's going in the future. That's a safety reason or what, but they're definitely not loose, so I'll give them that. But yeah, I prefer the thick kind of wrist pegs that they were using. That said, as far as the hips go, you can kick forward, back. He does have the drop down in there, but you're not really going to get a ton out of it. It just kind of drops a little bit, and then you pop it back up. He does have a thigh cut that works fine. I will say be careful with this armor. You might have to adjust it to get it out of the thigh joint, but it does work. And it's wrapped around the back of the thigh here, then right in between the thigh cut and the hip. So some food for thought there. Double jointed knee works fine. It's got a boot cut rocker with a hinge in the foot. And that's your lot. That is Beastman. He's got peg holes at the bottom of the feet, if you want to throw him on a stand. But that is Beastman in a nutshell. Cool figure. Crap movie. Crap character design. But the figure looks like it's supposed to. So intentionally crap, but I like it. I think it's cool. I still think they should have just called him freaking Grizzlor and give him a battle axe and a... Well, you know what? I would have been okay if they scrapped the crossbow. I hate them dang things, but... There you go. There is Beastman. In all of his fuzzy wuzzy fozzie bear glory, because he sure as heck ain't orange. He's clearly brown. He's clearly brown. So that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Beastman alongside the only other evil warriors we've gotten from the 1987 live-action Masters of the Universe movie, in the Life of the Masterverse line. We have Skeletor, the Lord of Destruction, though he doesn't sound like that whatsoever in the movie. Frank Langella is a much more deep and brooding version of old Bonehead, but shout out to my good buddy Evil Villain for the hookup on that figure there. Then we also have the Meg Foster Evil Lyn, who is also, funny enough, a fan channel exclusive. Now, Blade is coming, and I'm very excited to check him out and see what's going on with him, but I'm curious, is he going to be a fan channel exclusive too? Because it seems to me like these 1987 movie figures are going to be fan channel exclusives for the foreseeable future. That said, I could be wrong, because I don't work at frickin' Mattel, so what do I know? But, just a hunch. A bit of a hunch I have, but, I'm very much looking forward to Blade, because out of all the new, quote-unquote, new characters the movie gave us, he was probably my favorite. I just thought he was, really cool aesthetically. Getting these two out of the way, however. My room is just a freaking mess with figures everywhere for review, man, I swear. So much so I'm gonna do the regulars out of order. Alright. And there goes his mace. We're leaving it in there because it wouldn't be me if I didn't. So here's the Mythic Legions by the Manibelith. And for real this time, the infamous Elephant Spawn. You know you need to retire when you start screwing up like that. At any rate, as usual, good old Al Simmons here is... actually, no. Beastman's got him beat. I thought he was taller. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and much like the other Masterverse offerings from the 1987 Masters of the Universe live-action movie, good old Beastman here is a better figure than he has any right to be, because let's face it, the 87 movie was crap. The character designs were kind of crap. The plot was kind of crap. The acting, to an extent, we'll disregard Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella from this, but the rest, kind of crap. I'm not gonna lie. It is not the best movie ever, and anyone who holds this to a standard such as a movie like Conan the Barbarian or Star Wars, much better sci-fi fantasy films, is a freaking bozo, in my opinion. But, that said, we're not talking about stupid people and stupid movies. We're talking about a figure based off a stupid movie liked by a lot of stupid people. And with that said, good old Beastman here is a really solid addition to the Masterverse line. And if you are collecting the 1987 live-action Masters movie figures like me, then he's a definite must-have. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.